What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. And today we're going to go over the top 5 reasons why I own and I like the Reve RDX RC drift car. So let's get into it. Reason number 1, the Reve RDX is pre-tuned out of the box. Now, most cars, most RC drift cars, most competitive RC drift cars, they have a whole lot of adjustments you can make right outside of the box. Reve, not the case. They gave you a little bit of toe adjustment in the front, and you can adjust the camber in the rear. I wanted something that I didn't mess with. So for it to come pre-tuned, it was pretty cool. You might say to yourself, that's not what you want. But in this case, it really is, because if you're going to have it as a first drift car, it's already going to do way better than a lot of drift cars out there, because you can mess up the other ones because of all the adjustability. This one, nope, can't mess it up. If your RDX doesn't drive right, it's because you don't know how to drive yet. Reason number 2, it's fairly inexpensive. Most kits that come out are conversions of the Yokomo YD2 or they're conversions of the MST RMX. And those things require you to buy the chassis itself and also buy the conversion kit. Reve is known for their MC1 and their MC2 conversion chassis, and they decided to make a full kit, which is called the RDX. So in that full kit, you're already getting the research and the development from all these conversions kits that they made already. So they made it really cheap. It's all composite plastic. I don't think it's graphite. Graphite is the other term when it's like not plastic, but it is plastic, but it's not carbon fiber. But yeah, the chassis is all plastic, which makes it inexpensive, and it's really light. The MST 2.5 RS, those are in the $300 range. They come in carbon fiber, and they come with all the adjustments, meaning you can adjust it any way you like. So with it coming in at $279, it's also cheaper than the other kits, and it drives better. Which leads me to point number 3. The RDX out of the box drives better than any chassis that I've driven out of the box. And I've driven quite a few chassis. Driven a Rhinomax, driven a YD2, SX3, driven a Yokomo MD1, driven, the list goes on. So out of the box, meaning you put it together and put electronics in it and then you drive it. Out of the box, it drives really well. And most times you get an RTR, which is usually the cheapest version of something you can get, and it still needs something. You're always wishing it had more. The RDX stock can do so much. Reason number 4, it actually has in stock aftermarket support. You know, most times you get these drift cars, MST, that you get it, you buy the kit, and then you can't find any aftermarket parts for it. Aftermarket parts exist, but they're out of stock. The only way you're going to get it is if you phone a friend in Antarctica and have them, fly a plane to get it to you and drop it at your doorstep, which will take 3 months, I don't know. But the RDX has plenty of aftermarket support in stock in the United States or wherever you are watching this video. So if you're looking for a drift car and you wanted something to upgrade, which really doesn't need any upgrades, but if you want to upgrade it, there's parts out there. The aftermarket support is real. Reason number 5, the RDX allows you to have 2 different motor positions, and it allows you to place your ESC in front or behind the gearbox. Those 2 options alone are some of the things that I have never been able to do with other chassis. Now, what I mean by that is you usually have 3 or 4 different options, but nobody's solidified which one they want to do. How does it work? Well, I don't think that's going to be the best way. If you go high motor, then you got to put your ESC somewhere, and the ESC can go anywhere. But with the RDX, it comes with an ESC mount that basically suggests that you should put the ESC in the rear. Then the motor, you can adjust it a little forward, or you can adjust it to be high motor right on top of the gearbox, or one of the gears at least. And so that's pretty cool because all the other chassis I own, you can't, you got to buy an extra piece for that in order for it to change the motor position. The ESC usually goes on the bottom deck. There's no real spot that it goes to. You just choose one. Then I have the GRK, which the ESC goes in the rear, or it can go on the bottom deck. All I'm saying is the RDX has a flow to it. Almost like they actually researched and developed it and took their time to make it work properly. And basically, without telling you what to do, you did what they wanted you to do to it. So high motor, ESC in the front, low motor, ESC in the front, high motor, ESC in the rear, low motor, ESC in the rear. It comes with the stuff. It's just really great to know that they thought that out and they gave us the option to look a little different or feel a little different, but in those options, it still ran perfectly fine. And those are the top 5 reasons why I own and like the Reve RDX. Now, if you look, you'll see I have a different chassis on there. The suspension is different. It's not stock at all anymore. I was just going over the chassis when I first bought it. And I'll do another video on all of the upgrades or modifications I've done. Upgrades can be used loosely. And then we'll go from there. Got a few videos in mind for this car, but thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Keep God first.
My